And we are live. So let me change some settings and then I will begin the VOD. Where do I? Ooh, okay, this streaming to YouTube thing is. Streaming to YouTube thing is kind of new, but anyways, we're gonna start in right. Okay, let me just. So let's start this. Okay, I'm gonna unblock my screen. Right now. So this is a VOD between a game. I mean, between Team BM and Team CC, and there are both Korean Contenders teams. Team BM is like a smaller team, while Team CC, like, this is like, they're in Korean Contenders now instead of Chinese Contenders, but they were the winners of the Asian Gauntlet, like, in 2020, like, Asian Contenders Gauntlet. And, so, like, Team CC are, like, really, really, really good. Like, there were, like, some, like, players in like top Overwatch League teams like Shock and Shanghai, who I believe said that Team CC like actually gave them a real challenge, like when they scrimmed them. Like Shock, like Super said it, I think, and also like apparently like their parent team Shanghai also scrims them, and they actually put up quite a fight. So
Ilios, I love whatever these instruments.
Okay, let's check.
Because it's a lot of them. I'll say that much.
I can check my stream here. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Like, so this is a matchup in between you know, the Ball Diva comp. I think they might switch to Sigma here. I think these are kind of troll picks, you know, classic beginning troll pick. Well, Sim is like really common on control maps, just like gain space in like before like the fight even starts. But let's see the comps, like, actually. So Team CC are playing the Ball Diva comp. Like, sometimes you see Sigma, but I think like they play Diva here because of the shorter sight lines. Like, Sigma really requires like longer sight lines, like, because like if you close the distance to the Sigma like too quickly, or you're able to close the distance to the Sigma, then Sigma's kind of useless, while Diva still like packs quite a fight if you can close the distance. So yeah, like, and then they're running like the Mercy Zen, which is like a risky version of like the Ball comp. Like, usually you run Brig Zen, and the reason you run Brig Zen instead of Mercy Zen is because Mercy is just like Mercy does not provide much protection to the Zen, so the Zen's kind of alone. And how like they keep the Zen safe will depend on like they have to be like you know, playing really proactively. They have to like, you know, intercept, like, well, the wrong side. They have to like, you know, actively harass like Team BM's like dive heroes, like, before they can even like execute their like engage on the Zen. So like Team CC, by playing the Mercy, like they get more pokes and like in exchange for like less protection for Zen. So this is like a more aggressive version than like Brig Zen type of comp. Meanwhile, like Team BM are like playing the double bubble with standard like Tracer. Like Echo is like a bit less common than Ashe, but like presumably it's because of the sight lines are worse for Ashe here than like on some other maps. So like they play Echo for like the more like medium length sight lines. So like the goal is gonna be clear cut. Like they want to be like closing the distance into like, you know, the Zen. Like the Zen's probably gonna be like their main target. It's gonna be like if they kill the Zen, it means that Team CC can't really take map control that well anymore. Like especially without a Brig. Like Mercy is good for pocketing Ashe, but like for supporting like the Ball Tracer, like in order for him to take like map control, like the flanks and angles, then like they need the Zen to like, you know, discord like anyone who's matching them. So like in this case, Babel would match Innovation. Anyone can, like, someone will be poked out by you know, Illicit, and like maybe even Ana, for example. But like what Team CC have to do is like they have to close the distance, while Team BM, I mean, like what Team BM have to do is that they have to close the distance, and like without getting poked out beforehand. And Team CC, they have to be like, meanwhile like Team BM still setting up, and in between like their power spikes, like when they're like soft engaging with like the Zarya bubble and their own bubble, like Team CC have to, like, you know, poke out these people as much as possible. Like, poke out the divers, I mean. Especially, I mean, yeah. So, like... So, like, Team CC has set up their core high ground, and Team BM are closing the distance. Like, they are trying to... I think they're trying to, like, rotate, like, this way, and then try to, like, you know, brawl at this distance. Let's see what happens. Okay, as you can see, like, now, like, while, like, Team BM are still, like, trying... while, like, Team BM are still trying to, like, rotate, Team CC is trying to harass them as much as physically possible. So, oh, Innovation kills Illicit. Well, how does that happen? So, like, here's the problem. Like, while Team BM are rotating, like, they're not putting, like, much poke pressure on, like, anyone, and really. So, like, and, like, the thing with, like, you know, Team CC's comp is that, like, they'll be able to engage quicker. So, like, they're gonna get the first, like, you know, quote-unquote soft engage. So, like, it's like Team BM, like, they have to, like, either absorb the soft engage or, like, delay it by, like, poking out Ball and Tracer, but they're not really doing that. And Illicit dies, like, you know, Zen, like, being able to discord him in combination with, like, the dive by, like, the Ball. Like, the engage. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Like, Tracer follows up good by Team CC, and now, without the poke... Without, like, the poke threat, like... Now, like, Team BM can still win this by closing the distance. They don't really need the Echo to, like, kill Zen. But, like, now, like, Team CC, like, they have no significant poke threat anymore. They're gonna have so much map control now. They're gonna be able to, like, basically set up anywhere they want and not get poked out easily, I mean. So now they're stuck in this small room, and, like, they're trying to, like, force point. Yeah, they have, like, the superior bunkering comp because, like, they have, like, the Ana Brig, and they have the Winston, which excels in shorter sightlines. So I think, like, I don't think they're actually trying to, like, I think they're just trying to, like, clear this angle and then force. Well, I think they're just trying to force the point, but like the original plan. But like this, I don't really like this. Like, firstly, the point doesn't unlock for like 20 seconds, but more importantly, like, you're just gonna give, like, Team CC, like, basically 1 or 2 free engages before you even do anything. And, like, since, like, they're not running, like, Brig Zen, it means that you should be, like, trying to, like, close this into their backline anyways. But, like, if you let this backline, like, be, like, run free, then, like, they're just gonna do so much damage. So, like, Team BM, they have to, like, exit the poke phase as, like, quickly as possible. They can't be, like, you know, forcing the objective like this. I mean, it is a valid strategy, but, like, it's really, really risky.
Yep, exactly that. And Team CC just a man advantage. They also already had the positional advantage. They're rewarded with a pretty quick conversion onto the point.
And now they try to force the point. But look at this. Like, look at the flanks and angles that Team CC are taking. Like, Ball and Tracer are going this. Ball and Tracer are going this way. Like, Zen's poking from long range, even though the sightlines aren't that good since they have point cover. But I think Ashe is gonna be like, oh, Ashe is up here. Well, like, yeah, like, they're just, like, turtle bunkered on point, and, like, they could, like, what Team BM could do like is maybe like they can go for the Ashe, but like that's not easy without the vertical movement. Even if they go for the Ashe, this Ashe will have a Mercy pocket. They could go for the Zen, but like they can, well, to protect like the Zen, like what they can do is basically like they can just like, you know, trade backlines really, and like they might kill the Zen, like sure, but like look at how low HP everyone is. I mean, like yeah, they probably use like a lot of cooldowns. Like they also use like the nade. Like they use so many cooldowns that this backline trade is gonna be in favor of Team CC, and like the Ashe is just gonna poke out anyone like the monkey who tries to go out and go for the Zen. So it's interesting to see what they do, but losing the Ashe, it just gives like Team CC so much map control. Like they surround the point. Like you don't want to be bunkering on point unless you have a point unless you're really good at that. Like let's say you're playing a segment, even then it's beatable if the team takes flanks and angles. That's why like you don't really force the point on like back in GOATs it might have been common because like there was really high sustain, but nowadays like the sustain is just, they nerfed like so much like sustain and like shields and stuff, so turtling on point is no longer a thing. You have to be like aggressive on first cap on like control maps. So anyways, now what Team CC are gonna do probably is like they're just gonna like establish kind of like a defensive perimeter on point. They're just gonna like, yeah, like they're just gonna establish a defensive perimeter on point, and like the thing is like there is a silver lining. There is like a silver lining though. So like Team BM are up to nano, and like if they set up like their tracer behind maybe, and then like they get close enough to like the backline, then they could like kill the backline or kill this Ashe. And how Team CC will try to prevent this maybe is like they're gonna have to like, you know, before like the fight even starts, they're gonna have to like maybe go play aggressive, like maybe like play really back and give some space in exchange for like, you know, maybe getting some picks before like they can stage this, or play aggressive and just like try to like poke out these not like the Winston's gonna get healed, but poke out like the divers who will make this nano play really strong. Like if these divers like get behind like Team CC, then they're toast. But so like that's what Team CC want to prevent. Like luckily they do have like tools like, you know, keep the map control. Like they have the ball like kind of, but they also have Tracer plus, more importantly, Tracer plus Zen for like the map control. So like yeah, they can try. So okay, I wish the bitrate was a bit higher, but you can see like ball Tracer, they're trying to harass the backline, but I don't really like, they do overcommit like the sight lines to like they overcommit, like the ball goes in, but like this is like a really, but like see they're like engaged, they're like kind of like Team BM can just kind of fight like the ball in like really short sight lines, and like yeah, like they can just throw cooldowns at the ball, and like how you prevent that is like either like I don't like engaging in this like really closed space. Like at best, like you could just roll through them and like, you know, force cooldowns and maybe displace one of them for your Ashe. But like engaging like team like the double bubble team in this short space is just gonna like make it easy for them to like, you know, kind of establish like, you know, this really pincer around you. Like this does threaten some kills, but like the thing with like this ball Tracer comp is that like it's not really easy to get kills unless either you have like perfect Zen Discord, or like, you know, you probably like will need like multiple engages. You just need to force cooldowns out first. So it's not easy. So they overcommit, and now like without the ball, like their backline can be more aggressive now. They can move into like open space. And now they're just probably gonna nano. So they nano monkey.
something else though, and actually seeing Illicit's having to just stay on the ground. That's kind of the only way they can really get anything out of him. Chun Sam takes a nano boost. He's, kind of the only belt. They have to turn this into something else though, and actually seeing Illicit's having to just stay on the ground. That's kind of the only way they can really get anything out of him. Chun Sam takes a nano boost. He's trying to deliver that into something.
So they nano, but okay, well, who do like where the monkey jumps goes for the Ash, but they need the pincer, and look, there's a pincer. Like that's good, but as you can see, their core is like rotating without like the threat of the ball, like trying to like forcing them, like killing them, like I mean like initiating a dive on them. The back line like goes a lot more aggressive, and they go here, so there is the pincer, but anyways, it's still gonna be kind of hard to kill Azhan without a mercy pocket. Where's the monkey though? And like Azhan just like kind of escapes. I don't know. I wish I had the full replay, but you can see Coach Guns far. Like honestly, like right here, like I know Ball's gonna come back pretty soon, but like maybe like put the core over here like safely, but like there's Mega, but maybe like what Team BM should have done is like yeah, like I don't like this the monkey like the Ash had Coach Gun though. That's the problem, and like has a mercy pocket, so it's gonna be really hard. So I think what like Team BM should have done is one of two things. Firstly, they could have like just engaged without the nano on this Ash, force out the Coach Gun, like kind of like displace the Ash out of like that position, and then like, or like what they could do, I think what they should do actually is like Tracer and Winston should try to like take control here, and then once Tracer goes here, once Tracer has control of here, like the Zen, or like maybe they even kill the Zen like here. The Zen's kind of like alone, but like meanwhile that's happening, like I don't really like for focusing the Ash in like general, like unless like but I think Team BM should have like put their like Tracer over here, like cleared this like Zen first, and then like use this as an area to like kind of, I'm not sure if it's possible, but I think it is, blink here, and then like Winston can pincer from behind, and this would be much easier, especially if you don't only have Echo to dive. But now like the ball's back, so like they want, so like this is like the and now like because of die, like Team BM did nothing with their like thing. This is important. Like Team BM do nothing with like their cycle of cooldowns and their nano. So like there was like a 5 to 6 second, I mean like around, I'd say 10-second window in which Team CC can like should try to like engage and try to like get an advantage, because like look, they exhausted like their cooldowns and like their nano as well. You don't want to let them get rally, in which case like they might have a second chance of it. So Team CC, this is your time to go aggressive, and they do like the Ash drops, they pop Bob on point. Team BM tries to force point, not my favorite thing, but I'm not sure why Team BM like goes all the way to point. I don't know, they want to put some point pressure, but like if this die fails, then this is a lost fight. Like maybe like if they stayed in that room, like I think this Ash also overcommit, I mean this Echo also overcommits, but if they stayed in that room, they might have been able to like just like wait for rally and engage with rally. But like look, they just go on point, and then like they didn't even really take the map control really. They just like their Tracer's like still here, and like they still have a Zen unaccounted for on high ground, and with the Diva, so like they still have a lot of map control. They can't just like turtle on point. And Azhan.
We say that once and for all, we're going to close the case in this.
And Azhan like just carries. Unfortunate.
Is there anything Bob hasn't done?
I know, like Bob at that stage really has done everything in that particular fight. But you just see the pressure coming through, my easy hard, just dropping in huge damage, dropping heat, unless it can't even be coming through. That stage really has done everything in that particular fight. But you just see the pressure coming through, my easy hard, just dropping in huge damage, dropping heat, unless it can't even be.
So like now their Team BM have like a lot of ultimates. They should be winning this. But they do have, like, Team CC do have the trans, so, like, they either, what do they do? So, either Babel might try to, like, you know, go for a Pulse Bomb play to force out trans before they go in with, like, Rally, Grav, and all this good shit. Or, like, you know, they wait until multiple ultimates pop up, and then they try to go in, bait the trans out, and then they use, like, some other ultimates. Like, they might either use multiple ultimates, or Babel has to, like, you know, force out trans. What Team CC could do is like the same. Maybe like, you know, play really aggressively, try like, you know, even get a kill outright. And then like if they fail to play aggressively, they might be used like, and if they fail like their aggressive play, I mean like they could use like maybe bomb or trans to stabilize, or like, I mean they are going close to bomb, so like maybe like Woohiao like pops like bomb mid-fight just to like, you know, catch Team BM off guard. But yeah, so a lot of interesting things can happen. So now like since he's holding long sight lines on that angle, they have the Tracer on the back line. Now they're going for the Zen. They're just going straight for the Zen. They have like, and then like, okay, and like this isn't good. The good thing is that like at least they're tracers with them, and like now like with the rally, like Team BM decided to take an aggressive like position, the same one as before. An aggressive position like that allows them to support any dive on the Zen. I mean like the Ashe. And like they're rotating all the way this way just to probably like clear this angle first of all, but they also want to take this aggressive position, but more importantly probably to clear that angle.
Ashe player is actually doing a lot of damage.
Well, like
away, Bob crushes BM, Alyssa flies back into instantly die, and even on this rotation.
Yeah, I think they're going for like an aggressive short sideline. As you can see, like the core do eventually want to brawl.
BM are just not able to respond.
So they're closing the distance. But oh, this is this. But oh, like here's the problem. So they W key in, but like nobody's accounting. But like they still don't clear innovation out fully. Like at least they don't scout him out. Like there are some people shooting him, but like before like they can like push forward like this, like they have to like, you know, they have to repel like, you know, either this ball for like they have to like, you know, soak this like engage first, because like this is like Team CC's way of punishing, like kind of, you know, punishing this long rotation. It's to go in like right here to give them multiple chances to engage. So like what Team BM have to do is like, you know, they push in, they bait out like Team CC to go in, and then like they play defensive while that's happening. They don't keep pushing. They have to like play defensive and paranoid. Like look at the ball, look at the Tracer. Like what are they doing? And then like, and see they pop the rally, but like they don't account for like the ball Tracer engage, and they just get pulse bombed. Like pulse bomb is like one of their ways they can like win, because like if they get good pulse bomb, boom, there's who cares if you have win condition, you lose your Ana. Like yeah, that's bad. And now like Team BM, they lost their Ana. They have to like take a quick fight now, or else like they're just gonna like get poked out. It's so hard. Like all Team CC have to do now is like absorb these initial ultimates. And then like just poke out Team BM.
I mean, it just feels like disaster after disaster.
Like, okay, what did they do? Like they have to like clear out this Tracer somehow, or like at least like scout it out. Like, oh, and it looks like they are looking at like ball, but like they kind of like ignore like the Tracer threat. Like look, they forget to like, hey, there's still a Tracer that can kill, and like Brig should be like kind of hard shielding that choke really. But like they don't. They just like keep going. They just assume that's the end of their engage. But like, oh shit, there's a pulse bomb. Nice. They had to like clear the flank first, and they don't. So like Team CC just do a lot with their engage. And like as you can see, like Chun Sam's trying to make a hero play, but like, firstly, like there's no pincer. Like where's the Tracer? Where's the Tracer or Echo? Like either works, but I mean they do have to like go quick, but at least like without like any support from like the DPS, then like this primal is just gonna be like like honestly they should just reset, jump on. Well, that's a bit too late now for that. And the longer they stagger, like Team CC is just gonna win. They grab, but like there's so little follow up. Innovation dies, but doesn't really matter. They just it's not like they need like to like really dive anymore because they lost Hana. They just need to poke like Team CC just have to poke out like anyone works, yeah. And yeah, like Team BM they just kind of played this pretty sloppily. So in summary, like first fight they just did that long ass rotation, but like yeah they failed to like but it was like not a really good rotation. So and like I don't really like that rotation in general unless you have ultimates, because I prefer like maybe put the core on like high ground or something, but like going there is a bit ambitious, especially without ultimates, or especially when you have to use like cooldowns just for that. I know they want to close the distance, but like the core can like still the core will like can like eventually just drop down and brawl on point if the fight happens on point, and the fight's probably going to happen on point. Someone will have to touch point.
Part of that as well as the sort of bowling bob, the initial charge, and he gets.
So right here, both sides are going like ball, like a mirror, almost a mirror, except that like Team BM are running the Kree while like Team CC are running the Ashe. So like the Kree's better in short sight lines and like has a stun for the ball. So like someone will have to play really careful. But like the disadvantage is that like, you know, the Ashe just is like better in long sight lines. So like Team CC are just gonna like play it a bit slow, and they're just gonna try to like poke. Like Team BM, to get value, they have to like close the distance a bit with their core, and by extension, this leaves their core kind of vulnerable. So as you can see, like they're taking different areas. Like as you can see, Team BM are rotating through like these shorter sight lines, like the side with shorter sight lines because they have Kree. And like Team CC are rotating through a side with longer sight lines because they have Ashe. And oh my god. And in the mirror, so like and like the contest will just the main contest will just be like who's gonna win the ball tracer battle. Like whoever wins this will get to like go on the back line, while like whoever loses this will have to play like defensively. Like if you win like the ball tracer duel, you're probably gonna win the fight. Wait, like how? Oh, Rebirth just gets caught out on the rotation. That's good boot by someone just to like, you know, displace them. But the fact that they were able to boot was just that. Yeah. The fact that they were able to boot, like they were trying to go for Team BM, as you can see from this, like Team BM were trying to like just close the distance, put the core here, and then like engage here, but like the ball, and Tracer's like lagging behind. Like both Tracers are gonna lag behind. I think they sim TP'd, yeah, like here's the thing, like Team BM do need like more time to be effective. Like they need to set up their their shorter sightline comp on like forward positions. So like Team CC is gonna get like a better engage first. And this means that, and like what Team BM have to do is like they have to play defensively. They have to play like defensively in anticipation for that first engage. Like they can't let like Team CC like do what they did in the next 5-10 seconds. Like they can't just let like someone boop and then Ash gets a kill on long sightline. So yeah, they have to play like carefully like first engage. Or what they could do is that like Or another thing is that the Tracer could play defensively. Like the Tracer could play defensively to like try to like delay the first engage. I mean, like it would be good for the ball to ignore it. I mean, it's just a Tracer, but Zen can't really Discord like it, but like that's another option. Like maybe Illicit just like tries to harass someone, delay the first engage, cover for their rotation here. But like they don't, like they're gonna get the first kill because like they have the Ash who excels in longer sightlines. But Illicit kills Eshan, so like it's kind of like a backline quote unquote trade. But wait, how does Eshan die? Okay, easy Honda's hand, I don't care. I'll pronounce it as I please. Oh, easy as Han gets like poked out a bit. And was anyone healing him? Oh, heal. Oh, nobody was healing him. So why? This might just be like tunnel vision. So this is just a dumb mistake. It's not. I mean, like I don't think Team CC were like doing anything necessarily wrong macro wise. I mean, they just like did a dumb. And now, like, they traded Zen in exchange for, like, Ash. So, like, now, like, what Team CC should do is, like, they should go for an aggressive dive because, like, there's no Zen to, like, contest map control anymore. Like, I mean, help contest map control. So, like, now, like, Team CC can just, like, go and int on the backline now. They have no Ash, so, like, they have to do it quick. Well, they slam on the backline quickly. They should not play defensively, I think, like this, I think. Like, they should engage with, like, their superior. I mean, like, okay, let me see. Oh, that's not the... So the Tracer, like, they do get low, so Tracer peels, but, like, Team CC do have to engage soon. And as you can see, like, their Illicit is kind of useless now because like look, no Zen has to like recall immediately. So like now like Team CC just go in, good. Like, and yeah, like they just win off the dive. There's no like Zen to contest the map control, like contest innovation taking this flank. Like, and when I say Zen contesting map control, I'm not literally meaning Zen 1v1s this Tracer. I mean Zen harmonies and discords. So at least this like is equal and not innovation going on the flank like for free. But like without that Zen, that's not possible. And what I would have preferred Team BM to do is like back up, like just back up. You have Kree, so you don't have like stellar range, but like you still have range. So like Team BM, I think should like maybe even rotate back a bit, like delay the fight a bit. Like I don't know particularly like them being forwards here. They have to like. They should probably use like the superior poke just to like when Eshan is dead, just to like just to maybe turn the fight around while like waiting for like respawns. Like they could just play slow, give Team CC the first cap, wait for respawns, but win with their superior poke. Oh wait, what? So now like Team BM poke out, like kite back because they lost their break sig, and now like Team CC are just saying, oh fuck yeah, we're just gonna engage on your backline. Mago comes back. And look, we're just gonna like, and this is risky because like there's.
Don't even get rewarded with the actual win there.
I mean, like they are like pushing their advantage. Like Team CC, they are really pushing their advantage. Like in the time that like the Zen was dead, well, the Zen's now alive, but. But like they go high ground, like that's I like this. Like they go high ground. It makes it hard for like Team BM to contest if they are not already on high ground. So they're at, and like I think it's actually like easier to get on. Well, like like so like they like you know they force the tempo. Like they just go on high ground. Like, and like if Team BM like just like Team BM not only have to scout this, they have to also have to get on high ground. Like their ball tracer will have to get on high ground to contest. So like. I kind of like this play by Team CC. It's like an out-tempo play, in which case, like, they just take, like, really aggressive positions to, like, get a cheeky dive in. So they're forcing the tempo, they're forcing cooldowns out. And they killed a Zen. So I like this play by Team CC, I mean. I mean, if they knew this was happening, then what Team BM have to do is, like, they have to, like, you know, stay battle, really. They have to, like, stay next to their spawn, really. Or stay in there, just, or, like, go behind it. And just, like, get their ball tracer up on high ground. And just try to, like, contest their staging on high ground. Okay, and now, hopefully, Team BM, you have to clear high ground. You have to clear high ground. You have to clear high... Okay, they scout it. They scout it. Hopefully you clear high ground. And as you can see, like Team CC are setting up really aggressively now. This is like really aggressive. Like they're set up their like core like on that high ground as well. It means they're gonna get like support on like so like this is risky in that like it's so close to their spawn dive. You lose one, then yeah, they get respawns and they can just kite back. So there's like an aggressive hold, or like they could just force the point and try to like bait out. So like Team CC will have to like scout like whoever's getting on point. As you can see, like they're trying to contest. I don't know why Illicit's contesting from low ground, but oh, they're just gonna go for sticky on the. They're just gonna force the point. So they are gonna force the point, and that's gonna force like someone to like. Oh well, I mean like it's not the player, like someone in general to. Like touch, and they and they're signaling and it forces like some members of the core back. So now like they should use this win, but like the problem is that like they invested tracer, so there's like one less person like contest like the ball tracer. But like they still have to like contest the staging before pushing up, otherwise their backline gets exposed. Okay, are they clearing the? Okay. Well, so I think Team CC just played safe. They just kite. They know that their core has to like back up a bit, and maybe like they have more people on near the point, so that they could just like create like a 2v1 on the point. So like I think Team CC just played safe. As you can see now, I forgot they have ultimate. So like now, what Team BM are probably gonna do is that they could just Deadeye to make space. Like if their Team C are playing cover, they're not gonna like fall to Deadeye. So it's probably just a zoning out. But like what they're probably gonna do is just that like they're just gonna use like the Deadeye to like kind of. And then, like, while the Deadeye is happening, what Team BM should do is, like, they should use the space made to, like, kind of maybe like, either, well, rotate. Well, they need to rotate the Kree as well, so, yeah. Or, like, they could use it so that, like, to put pressure, to put, like, their ball tracer in, like, more aggressive positions where they can actually go for the dive. As you can see, like, I think, yeah, they're now in their backline. But Team CC do have.
Gonna die on contact, and the one counter trade onto half might as well not even happen. Yeah,
but like Team CC, they do have a lot of ultimates, and like they win. So the Deadeye, and then like they're probably gonna go backline, but like yeah. They have like Sigurd, which is more powerful, anyways.
Massive rebirth, not even gonna hit the ground alive. Protects.
And yeah, the Sigurd, and then they're just gonna win off ultimates.
Might as well not even have it.
Like TBM's chance was to like, you know, maybe use this Deadeye, and then while that Deadeye's happening, they go for an engage. Like Chun Sam, I think should have been closer. Like they should have like just tried to like engage while this Deadeye is happening. So just to put more pressure, just to pile on the pressure. But like they don't coordinate it well. Like if they Deadeye like while like the ball like just goes in aggressively, like the ball is being contested a bit, but it looks like Chun Sam has like Chun Sam did not use adaptive shield, so like Chun Sam will win probably win the staging battle even, while Innovations is trying to like set up for like a sneaky engage here. So like I think they should have actually like Team BM, they should have like, you know, try to go in with this Deadeye. They should have just like, you know, aggressively engaged. This would just, you know, make this Deadeye actually put like a lot more pressure. It will draw attention away from the Deadeye and maybe even get a kill. But like they don't coordinate the pressure, so they Deadeye first. It forces out a cooldown, but like doesn't matter. Like your ball now engages. Like that's too late. Well, like they get the fortune of popping their Deadeye first, but like they don't use it well. Like Team CC just counter engage and win with like a Sigurd, which is more powerful than Deadeye, but in general. But so, and now like it's gonna be close to OT, so Team CC are just gonna go for the aggressive play. And the reason they go for this is because probably because like they don't have time to like check this angle. Like they don't have time to clear this ball and Tracer out of this high ground. They have to like go on to point, and this gives them a free engage. And yeah, like their core just gets caught out.
The Transcendence and the Rally both running. Half does get picked off. Okay, this time it could be a bit more significant because it's a man advantage for CC predominantly. Nice catch on Super.
But oh wait, how did they kill two? So they do get to point. I think the Zen does get caught out. Yeah, Zen does get caught out, but like while they're doing this aggressive play, like the problem with this aggressive play is that once like everyone, like most of the team BM like is on point, then like they're without the when most of Team BM is on point, then like they're gonna be able to basically a 5v4, yeah 5v4. And even though like they don't have Zen to like help take map control, like they don't need to. Like your ball tracers like in next to their spawn, they don't need to. Like they just like take the 5v4 like with like, you know, the core, and like it's basically a free engage. There's like the ball tracer who can contest this is like all the way in the back line, so that's the risk. And like without the ball tracer to like kind of like, you know, harass the core a bit, Team BM can just quickly close the distance, in which case their Krieg just gets so much value. So yeah, like Team CC do get a bit greedy with this. Like they should have, if they don't catch like the rotation like early enough, then they should just go back to point like they did before. That's what they were afraid of. Like they point, and the point would just like cause an unfavorable fight for like their core. So yeah, they get 2-1. They close the distance pretty quickly to the core, and 1.
Nice catch on Super Rich as well. No supports. That's huge. The Barb is
1, 2.
getting anything done. On Super Rich as well. No
oh,
supports.
Super Rich.
The Barb is out, but it's not complete. Nice catch on Super Rich as well. No supports. That's huge.
Whatever this name is. Okay, but Babel dies because this was a bit of an aggressive roll, and the Tracer ball Tracer do eventually go back to contest the core.
No supports. That's huge. The Barb is out, but it's not.
And they do, and like and they do force out the trans from Zen. So yeah, but the 2 picks were on like the Brig, and like now like Team BM could just like, you know, engage again. There's no Brig to peel. As you can see, like yeah, they close the sight lines quickly, and before like Team CC can prevent that from happening by either contesting the staging, engaging on Team BM's core, like setting the tempo, or what they were trying to do, but they did too late, or like yeah, just harassing the rotation to like closer sight lines. And this gives Team BM the point, so it was sloppy from Team CC, yeah.
super rich to just be dropping in the rally. Pre-rally that fight for sure.
So like now, like Team BM, I expect them to hold close because they need their Kree on short sight lines. You don't want Ashe, and I think in part of this they should be like trying to like contest. Like I think their core want to be here just for the short sight lines, but like they have to be really careful about. They have to like contest here this area eventually. Otherwise, like they're just gonna give like hand like just like sight lines towards the core, which is bad. So like they want to contest those long sight lines, like aggressively. Like who cares if like even if like let's say like Tracer dies, like Illicit dies, like if you deny the Ashe long sight lines, Ashe is pretty much not a player. Well, like half of a player, so. Oh, that's bad. So like Innovation was able to like hide here, and nobody's contesting the flying. Like who's contesting? Like where the fuck is the ball? Like who's contesting these people? Where's the ball? Is the ball just coming back? Like where's the ball to contest this?
Nice. Okay, this time it could be a bit more significant because it's a man advantage for CC predominantly.
I mean, if the ball's also going for an engage of their own, then it's just gonna be a backline trade, but it's an unnecessary one. All you have to do to win this fight is like deny S-hand long sight lines and you win. Like on defense you can set up on like pre-existing sight lines, but like on attack, like you can just make them like you can just deny the sight lines that they want. Like they have to take the space. You don't have to like go for like an aggressive backline engage. You just have to contest the space that they need. Okay, let me go to like when it happened, when like they got the good pulse ball. Like who was contesting? So like ball is going this way. Oh wait, ball just get forced out somehow. Okay, let's look at their HP. But whatever you do not let like Team CC just like do this. This is sloppy. Like you don't take this backline trade. Even like I'm not sure. I think I don't see any silhouette. Wait, does Illicit like? And the problem with like playing short sightline heroes, another thing is that like Team BM like are forced to hold short sight lines, and the core usually sticks like pretty close together. So like by extension, the Brig and the Zen will have short sight lines, and when you have short sight lines, it means like you can't like less of the map is available for like your ball and tracer to like play in, because like if you exit the sight lines, then it means that them holding long sight lines will get an advantage. So like that's why I really don't like playing things like Kree and like these in like ball comps. Or even Winston comps, for that matter.
Yeah, that's one exploded cowboy.
Like, who was contesting? And by the time, like, you know, their ball was... I think their ball was fucking around in Team CC's backline. Not what they should be doing, and even then it's the wrong area. You should be contesting the long sight lines, not like... Not like, you know, trying to backline trade, especially if you know they have trans. And if they win, then they win the game, so... Sloppy as fuck. I'm sorry. Oh, bitrate.
I'm very surprised why. I am surprised.
Holy shit.
How much of a gap there is between the two teams. I'm not surprised.
It never changed Blizzard production. So anyways, let's see the next map. I'm just gonna take 1 minute off for now. Be back in a minute.
Complete, fart in the wind for BM, and just a massive dominant display coming through from CC, and Ruins was pretty much the same, except for that one fight win that was able to be won by BM because, both supports from CC died without using their ultimates, and maybe they were overconfident, maybe they thought they didn't need to. That did cost them one fight, but they just come straight back in and just manhandle BM. It's like it didn't even happen.
I mean, there's always the saying, they're fighting to stay above the water, but it even feels like actually they're fighting to just stay in view of the surface.
I lied. This was 30 seconds.
And that's just how overwhelming Team CC are, right? Like it's a deluge. It's a force of nature.
So like what Team CC just did better was like they. So how Team BM lost is just like firstly they made a lot of mistakes. Like they made a lot of mistakes. Like they didn't like really like they weren't really good at map control. Like they were a bit too aggressive, I'd say. Like they were trying to go like fuck around in Team CC's backline, but like that's not what you need. You don't need to fuck around in Team CC's backline. You just need to control the space to win. Like and then like once you control the space, you can engage. Then you can engage. Like engaging is not how you finish. It's how you finish the fight. It's not how you really win the fight. Like win first and then engage. Like don't try to like win. Like engage first and try to win. That's why map control is so important. Like if you don't take the right map control, then not only is your engage gonna be scuffed, but like you're just gonna give up like so much. You're just gonna give up like so much. Like you're just gonna give the enemy like a way better engage than you. So, anyways, that's enough molding. Let's see. This is interesting. Like, so they're going for like an Orisa like instead of like a Sigma to anchor this, and like this is interesting. Like. It could be because, like, Hollywood first has, like, longer sightlines. But I don't really like this. This is going to switch to, like, something like Mercy or Zen or just speeding out. But, I don't really like this from Team BM in general, though. Like Sigma, like, not only does it provide, like, some hard CC, which is really useful, but Sigma, like, if Orisa places, like, her shield, like, that's like basically you're gonna stand for 10 seconds. There's no rotation options. Like it's gonna be hard to rotate like your supports, like these supports. I mean they're running Mercy, which does not need as much like help in rotations, but well like when I say that I just mean like actually Mercy does like need a lot of help sometimes, especially with Ashe sightlines. Like Break has a shield, but like. But it's just immobile, but even then I think Mercy will need like help. So I don't really like this Orisa pick. It's kind of cheese. But like Team CC, so they're running like otherwise mirrors with the Mercy Zen. And like, why don't they run Brig Zen? Because the reason is because like poke advantage. You're gonna get a lot of poke damage in before before even like engage. So like more than like on Ilios Ruins, where like the sight lines are shorter. So like. It's more worth it to run Mercy and get extra poke than to run Brig and like get some backline safety. And like and like maybe like more map control with like Tracer being able to go like more places, but or like get healed up, because it's hard for like Mercy to heal Tracer if like she's on a deep flank. So in exchange for map control and stuff, like you just get more poke by playing Mercy, and long sight lines this is perfect. So now like Team BM are like. Team BM are like, they're trying to get poke first, and then like they're rotating a point to like prolong their poke advantage. And what Team CC have to do is like maybe they put their core on high ground. Low ground could be fine as long, but like the most important thing is that like both sides take the flanks and angles. If you give up the flanks and angles, then you lose. And like the thing with the Sigma is that like Sigma can like rotate like faster. So Sigma could try to like just try to, when Orisa like commits her shield, like Sigma could just go around it and like try to get poke from like another angle, like where the shield isn't covering. That's the disadvantage of playing Orisa, another one of them. I mean, so now Team CC are gonna roll through. This is a kind of scuffed engage.
Slowly but surely applying the pressure on both sides of this point, and feels like it's only a matter of time before it overwhelms just
okay, this is interesting. So like I think this was a bit poorly communicated. So someone was just rolling through. Like I would have expected someone to like maybe even roll far right. Maybe even roll far right, maybe go here, but I think, but even then, like that's gonna just like give a window in which they can just engage on your backline for free. So they do have to be contesting like Team BM's ball as well. So I think that's like an issue. But Like this engage. Oh, so but like someone just rolls through, and like rolling through is like, but like Innovation does go in a bit too deep. It was a bit poorly communicated. Like Innovation thought this was like a parting, like really hard, like, you know, even like a real engage, it says just a roll through. And like good balls, what they'll do though is like they'll roll through just to like, you know, bait out some cooldowns. Like it's common against like CC heavy comps with like Sombra, for example. Well, Sombra, the CC is provided in the form of hack. So like the roll throughs are really common like in like against comps with a lot of CC, but yeah, haha, CC, good joke. But now like because like, you know, Innovation did scuff his engage, so like this engage is just gonna be staggered. It's weaker. As you can see, like Innovation can't go in as deep. Innovation can't just like double blink, try to like get someone and recall. So staggered pressure by Team CC, which I don't like. And but like I would have expected like, you know, Chen Sam to like maybe even like poke out this. I would have expected Chen Sam to just like poke out this, like, you know, someone, but like they don't. Maybe they recognized that like it was staggered pressure, so like Chen Sam didn't even have to really like contest it. But oh well, like generally, like, you know, Team BM are like kind of like trying, like all they have to do is really is like keep the map control open, because like they're gonna win with their superior poke anyway. Like their superior poke, like with the Orisa, well, like not with the Orisa, but like with like, you know, them able to take like preset positions, like. And I would have liked maybe Wu Hiao to even like, you know, go around the shield and maybe just even poke the backline, but it looks like they're just trying to play it safe for now. So now like Team BM are going for their like engages. That's common. And oh, Rebirth dies. Why? Okay, where is Ezhan holding? Okay. So firstly, like I would have liked, like, you know, the core on high ground. Like I don't know why they're just stationing on point. Like just have your ball. Like I think like putting core on high ground is a mistake. Well, like not on, I mean putting core not on high ground was a mistake. Like core should be on high ground. Why? Why aren't they on high ground? But and secondly, like someone dies, but like by this time, look, they kind of have a map control advantage now. Like they're not on high ground now. Like maybe like on this defense, like if Team CC do win this, they should. They can just like, you know, flip the point. They can just like kind of try to defend and take. Though this is, it does get Uno reverse carded. Okay, let's look at this. So Rebirth dies because like he's sitting on low ground, and this just makes it so easy to flank. And now without the Zen, it means that like Team BM, like it means just like losing the Zen again, like means that like Team CC should try to go aggressively with their engage. I mean, like not with, you don't want Sigma to fucking like, you know, be a diver, but like you want their ball tracer like to like go in like aggressively. They just need to like kind of play this like. Wait for like their tank cooldowns to go in. They don't need to int. Like maybe like clear the flanks. Like clear the flanks first. This is really important. Don't let this tracer just run free, and then like they go in. Okay, make clear the flanks. Team CC, clear the flanks. Clear the flanks. Clear the flanks. So Innovation does turtle on point. Now he has to like clear the flanks. Okay, how does Half die? Oh, Half was not playing natural cover, like kind of playing the open there. But more importantly, like how did the Ashe get sightlines? Where's the Ashe? It might just be like lucky shot, but how is Babel behind and nobody's clearing? Nobody's clearing the flank. Like I told you, Team CC, you have to clear the fucking flank. Just because like the is that the Ashe? Oh, I wish the bitrate is low. Sorry, I can't see. The Ashe was there, and nobody was fully clearing him out. This is kind of sloppy. Like maybe maybe Tracer should be sent here and like just try to clear this flank out first before pushing in like this. Like this is like Team CC just allowed the Ashe to take an off angle for free. They have to be clearing the angles first. Whether it's like a mobile hero or even like a stationary hero. I mean, like if you clear the angle, it's a free kill. Like, oh my god, oh my god. And there was a Mercy alive as well. Like they don't need to push on the point like this. Like, okay, you killed like, okay, you killed the Orisa, great. Now like Sigma doesn't have to like turtle on point. Like you don't need to anchor here. Like you don't need to do damage here. Just like maybe go this way, clear the flank, and then like maybe go here and let your Tracer touch maybe, or like afterwards you can just like go here and anchor. But like they just W key on the point without like clearing the flanks. It's a time tested mistake. This is it's sloppy. Every team does it, but some do it more than others. Team CC don't really do this often, but this is a time where they were sloppy. Imagine playing double bubble. Could not be me. Like, yeah, imagine like playing double bubble when you have this Chad in the game. Like you have this beautiful creature. Why would you play like Winston? And they don't clear the flank, so it means they lose their Zen as well. And look at what happens. They just roll through. Yay! So they weren't even contesting this ball. And like, I think this. Well, why was like Super Rich playing? I don't know what this name is, but like I may kind of speak this language, but like I can't pronounce it. I just call him. I think he's Super Rich. So okay, hey Blink, can you pronounce this name for me? Let me just It still remains to be trades and only trades. Ooh, thanks for the sub, Blinky boy. Okay, I just need to like pop out chat to new tab.
Corralled and cornered, gonna go down, and Team BM are gonna hold on. Not even a tick accumulated for Team CC there, by the way.
Okay, there we go. This is a scuff solution, but it is a solution. So, anyways, so like, and Super Rich dies because like he was out of position, just like Mercy things. And then yeah, they just snowball from getting 2 picks and respawns. Like this is sloppy. This is sloppy. Yeah, they just need to like play defensively. Like when you pick a support that like contributes to map control like a Brig or a Zen, all you really need to do is like poke out your mobile counterparts and take the space, like take the flanks, clear the flanks first, and then like afterwards you can finish it off with an engage. You don't finish it off with placing your Sigma while there's still like fucking Ashe on your side and Mercy. It's not even an Ashe, it's a pocketed Ashe. How could they leave such like an important like player, like such a powerful combo like in the flanks when they're like 1-up? I don't understand. So anyways, they're gonna do the same thing again. Like they're gonna engage obviously, and now how did someone get back here? Nobody noticed. So again, Team BM, all I have to do is like contest like the ball. Like they don't have to do anything else. They just have to contest the ball and the Tracer. And how? Oh my god! How is nobody like contesting this ball? Like this ball just hides. Like like here's the thing. Like not enough teams do this, but like on defense, like if you don't get like a team wipe, then and they're running something like ball, then like just send your ball on a scouting adventure, or even like send your fucking anyone can be, even your Ashe maybe. Like send them on a scouting. No, well, not your Ashe, because your Ashe has like high ground, but like, and your Ashe is really important early fight, so not your Ashe. Like maybe send like someone, like anyone, like that isn't like immediately important. Like send them on a scouting adventure. Check if there's anyone behind them, and if there's anyone behind them, just kill them, force them out. Like if you don't do this, then this is what happens. Like Team CC go in, and then like They just need to clear this ball, like Team BM. They have to clear someone. If by not clearing someone, like... Okay, so... Babel dies somehow. Probably some just... Wait, where was Babel? Babel was taking like a pretty ambitious off angle. Like, you see, that's the advantage of... Well, like... Yeah, like, it is an off angle. This could be just, like, good 5 orb or something, some shit like that. Oh, there was also a Tracer contributing. So, So yeah, like, this Ashe was not really playing good natural cover. It was just a micro mistake. Like, if this Ashe is playing closer to the wall, then... Where's Team BM's Tracer in pre-fight? Fucking here. Holy shit. This is just... This is so bad. Team BM are so bad at map control, it's unbelievable. Like, yeah, this Tracer should be, like, contesting the counterpart, like, right here. Maybe, like, hiding right here to ambush anyone if the Tracer comes here, but, like... Why is, like, Team BM's Tracer with a fucking Orisa? Yeah, that's not where she should be, like... She should either be doing one of two things. Either, like, clear out this ball at first, or, like, contest this Tracer. Like, anything else is worse than this, like... okay, let me see what this Tracer was doing. Oh. Oh, this is Korean Contenders. It's kind of confusing. As you can see, oh, she was blinking from here, and like, I don't know, assume, what is she gonna do there? Like, fucking 1v1 the Sigma? Maybe if there's like a ball in the back line, then like I think there might be a ball, like Team BM's ball might be, like Chun Sam might be in the back line, but they don't need their ball in the back line. All they need to do is contest the map control. I've been saying this for a long time, but like all they need to do is contest map control. They don't need to go for anything aggressive.
Already picks off. That's a little bit unfortunate. Rebirth dying on 99. That's going to be the real heartbreaker.
Well, like Team BM, like they should like ideally have a poke advantage even. They not only have like preset positions, but like Orisa, but like Sig will eventually use cooldowns, but like Orisa will like still have a regenerating shield. So I think Team BM will have a poke advantage. So like they just need to play for that. And more importantly, they're on defense. Like they don't have to like flip the map or anything. Like you don't want to flip the map. Like defense. Okay, where's the ball? Like where does the ball set up? Where does Team BM's ball set up that forced the Tracer? That made the Tracer go there. Oh, ball was like with them. Like I don't understand. This is baffling. Innovation def. Innovation def. And now, like, look at this. Like, Babel dies, and then, like, this... They are not contesting the map control, so, like, Tracer just goes there for free. Like, Team BM are losing these fights because, like, they're not even trying to fight. They're not trying to even play towards what they should be playing. They're just like... They're playing kind of like quick play. Like, this ball's just trying to go aggressively without, like, recognizing that sometimes they do have to play defensively. Like, remember, like, what I said, like, remember, it's all about the cycles, like, the power spikes. You play strong... You play when you have power spikes. You play when you're strong, you stabilize when you're weak. Like, that's how you play the game. Okay, now that mistake fest is over, let's go for Team BM's defense. So, let me check the stream. Now they're playing with the Sigma. No, they were... I thought they switched to Sigma. Fuck, I'm kind of blind. They're still on the Orisa, like... I mean, I understand why they're on the Orisa, like long sight lines, I guess, but I don't like the Orisa. Like, I think the Sigma just provides more utility, and like Orisa just makes your comp too stationary. Okay, so, and again, what Team BM have to do is they just have to contest the ball Tracer and use their poke advantage. They have the high ground. And Team CC, they will be trying to contest high ground. They should, if they're good, and they are good. So. They get the card push, and then I assume they'll be trying to take high ground. Or, like, they could just, like, use ults and kind of cheat the macro a bit. So, like, now, like... So, okay, so let's see how this fight starts. So, like, now, like, their ball goes here. I'm not sure why, like, the ball's not trying to, like, contest the map control. Or, like, at least their core should be, like, maybe around here. Why are they anchoring, like, really? Why are they anchoring, like, next to the stairs, though? I'm not sure. Oh, they pop trans and they get the signal. They go for a Team CC do go for like a bomb slam thing, but it doesn't work. Oh, but easy hand, S-hand, I don't know how I call it, but I'm just gonna call it S-hand from now on, dies. This is just a basic mistake. So like S-hand, he just aggressively peeks. He just aggressively peeks like a bit too early. He should, like, if he wants to peek, like the time he should peek is when ball is engaging, or at least they're drawing attention away. But like the slight advantage of having the Orisa is just like the pull. Like if you're not careful, then you just get pulled and you just get comboed. So good pull combo by Team BM. I'd say I'll just credit Team BM more than I blame S-hand for that. But yeah, like that. I think that's where the Orisa and it does get res. So okay, so like. So now he's dies. Their ball's on high ground. Now, like, yeah. Where's like Team CC's ball? So, are they fucking around in the back line again? Like you guys can see, Team CC's ball, like someone plus innovation, they engage. So now after like their engage kind of fails, they should be trying to play defensively. They should be trying to like scout this ball. Maybe put some poke pressure into this ball. It does force out trans, but like, so like Team CC do, like, instead of like playing defensively, they do go for an engage. And I get it, they are 5v6, so like they can't win by just, if they leave Team BM too long, then like they're just gonna win off the poke advantage. So Team CC do have to engage. So I understand why they're not playing defensively. They are willing to commit this trans. I mean, like, oh, it does get res. I'm kind of stupid, so I guess they just want to like play more aggressively, and they might be afraid of the bongo as well. So like they're trying to finish the fight before the bongo gets too much value. But like the thing with this engage is just that. So like, it's like Team BM's engage was better. It gets like the thing, and then now like. Yeah, like. So like the Zen does a good thing and bad thing simultaneously. The Zen doesn't feed. The Zen, I think, what? Okay, where did the Discord start? If anything, like if the Discord like started here, I think what the Zen should have done, like what half should have done. No one ever done it. I'll be waiting your DMs. Yay! Let's go. So what the Zen. Damn, there's. Oh shit! Yeah, YouTube. Fuck! It's a stream latency. No, if you have any comments, just like DM me. I'm on my phone with it. So, anyways, so like what half should have done was like really just like maybe like go for like, you know, go next to his ball, obviously don't leave his ball for dry, but even then I think this is a bit too over ambitious of an engage. What Team CC could do instead of like engaging aggressively like this is that they could just push the cart. They could just push the cart. Like they can't just put their corn here forever. They'll have to peek out, and like once they're in open space, then Team CC's like core can provide much more support. So like they don't have to actually peek in particular. They just and like their core is like in here, so like yeah, like they can't really do shit from there. They just need to wait to force the point, put some pressure. They don't need to feed the ball, feed them free like Hammond.
Yeah, massive reward for them. They do get a good trade onto someone. That's really important. That keeps Team BM afloat here for the time being.
Okay, let me see if I can change the settings.
Certainly it's keeping CC away from this card, but the card itself is nearly at the cap. There's still 2.5 minutes, so BM, they've still got a lot of defense ahead of them.
CC have been slowed down pretty significantly.
Let me check some my OBS. Give me 30 seconds. Let me see if OBS has a delay. YouTube is kind of scuffed. Let's go. I may have to like turn on ultra low latency. So, okay, let me pause the stream a bit. Give me 30 seconds, and then